Let's talk about a problem I'm sure we've all faced. You've got all this incredibly valuable data, but it's just sitting there, stuck inside an Excel spreadsheet. Well, today, we're going to set it free. I'm going to show you exactly how to move that data into a powerful Oracle database using a free tool you probably already have, SQL Developer.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You have your time cards, your sales numbers, project updates, all neat and tidy in Excel. And look, it's a great tool for what it does, but the second you want to ask some really complex questions or, scale things up, you just hit a wall. Your data's basically locked up. And that's really the heart of why we're doing this. Spreadsheets are fantastic for simple lists, no doubt, but databases, they're on a whole other level. They are built from the ground up for complex queries and analysis. So think of this as upgrading your data from a simple notepad to a powerful launchpad.
So, you've got this situation. Your spreadsheet on one side, your powerful database on the other, and what feels like a giant canyon in between. It's what I like to call the spreadsheet standoff. But don't you worry, we have the perfect tool to build a bridge and break that stalemate for good.
And that bridge, well, it's Oracle's own SQL Developer. The best part, it's free. And if you're already working with an Oracle database, chances are you have it installed on your machine right now. This is the tool that's going to make this whole process surprisingly easy.
All right, enough talk. Let's get our hands dirty. First things first, we need to fire up the Import Data Wizard. Honestly, it's a super simple 3-click process. So once you're connected to your database in SQL Developer, just look at that navigation tree on the left side. Find the Tables folder, give it a right-click, and from that menu you just select Import Data. Boom, you're in. Now, the wizard is pretty smart. It'll immediately scan your Excel file. In this case, we're using a March 2022 timecard file, and it gives you a preview. This is your first really important checkpoint. Just take a quick second here. Make sure it's reading the right sheet, and that all the columns look just the way you expect them to. Okay, with the data preview looking good, it's time to tell Oracle exactly how we want to build the new home for this information. Let's move on to shaping our new table. First up, we need a name for our new table. It's a good idea to be clear and logical here, since we are creating a brand new object in the database. So for our timecard info, something like stage_timecard makes a lot of sense. This next screen is where you really get to fine-tune things. You can look over the column names that SQL Developer guessed, you can change the data types if they're not quite right, you can even decide to skip importing certain columns altogether. And here's a neat little tip. As you click on and review each column, watch its name. It'll change from italics to bold. It's just a handy visual cue to let you know you've already checked it.
Now, everything seems to be going really smoothly, right? But we're coming up on a step where a very common and, let's be honest, very frustrating error can pop up. Let's talk about how to completely dodge it.
Okay, seriously pay close attention to this next part, because this one tip is a total game changer. It's going to save you so much headache. It's a tiny little mistake that is so easy to make, but thankfully it's just as easy to fix once you know what to look for.
So the whole problem boils down to something called a reserved word. See, these are words that have a special meaning in the SQL language itself. Words like table, select, or in our case, the word date. You just can't use these for your own column or table names because, well, the database gets confused.
And this shows you the exact issue perfectly. Our spreadsheet has a column named just date. The import wizard is going to see that and throw an error. But the fix? So simple. Just rename it to something a bit more specific that isn't a reserved word, like timecard_date. And just like that, problem solved.
Okay, so we've dodged that common error. We've clicked through the final confirmation screens and the import process runs. But are we done? Not quite. It's time to trust but verify. You're going to get this wonderful little message that pops up. Import data task successful and import committed. And that's a great sign. It means SQL Developer did its job. It completed all the steps without a hitch. But we're still not done just yet.
That message tells us the process worked, but the real proof, the real moment of satisfaction, comes from actually seeing that data sitting in its new table with our own 2 eyes. Always trust, but verify.
And we do that with a super simple SQL query. Just pop open a new worksheet and type select asterisk from stage_timecard. This is pretty much the universal command for, hey database, show me everything in this table.
And there it is, success! You can see our columns, including our renamed timecard_date, and all the rows of data for March, pulled directly from our spreadsheet and now living safe and sound in our Oracle database. It worked perfectly. So let's just quickly recap. What are the 3 things you absolutely have to remember from all this? 1. The import data wizard is your best friend. Use it. 2. Always be on the lookout for those reserved words like date. And 3. Never walk away without verifying your import with a simple select query.
So you did it. You successfully moved your data from a simple list into a powerful analytical engine. The real fun is just beginning. The only question left is, with all that query power at your fingertips now, what secrets are you going to uncover?